When it comes to side stories or spin-offs, it can be quite interesting. There are some that are well known and there are others that are lesser known. Now, I say that to say I've been watching the spin-off of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. By the way, let me tell you about the story. Now, since this is a spin-off, the main character isn't Deku. Matter of fact, this story takes place 3 years before the main story. The main character of this story is Koichi, a 19-year-old college student with a quirk called Slide and Glide. Now, Koichi isn't a pro hero because he never finished his hero exams, but he still dreams of being a hero. Still though, without a hero license, he can't be a pro hero. His life starts to take a change when he decides to help a girl named Pastel. You see, while he was getting beat up by some guys, a guy named Knuckle Duster shows up and helps him. Knuckle Duster then goes on to be with the guys fighting Koichi. This leads Knuckle Duster to taking Koichi under his wing and training him. He also takes Pastel too, but more of a retcon role because, Pastel can't fight. Now, without spoiling too much, what's going on in the story is that there is someone going around distributing drugs known as triggers. This drug named Trigger tends to make your quirk stronger, but the side effect is that the trigger tends to make your quirk extremely unstable. Like this guy right here. You may be thinking that being a giant praying mantis is normal in My Hero Academia, but he actually was a normal dude with praying mantis powers. He didn't always look like this. Funny enough, Koichi actually tends to run into these drug users quite often. Another thing is sometimes the person who's distributing drugs, or at least one of them, will sometimes force a drug into people against their will. Now, stopping the person behind the drug problem isn't really Koichi's goal. Koichi's goal is more being a hero and helping people like he helps Pastel. Or at least as far as I know. I've only watched the anime so far because since the manga is completed, I'm pretty sure they'll end up adapting everything from the manga. Now I want to talk about some of the things I actually like about Vigilante, with the first being their character references to other shows. Like the characters who seem to be based off of Wolverine and Cyclops, or the funniest one I've seen in the character. It's the character that is basically just Majin Buu. I mean, he blows smoke and everything like Majin Buu does. Now, the other thing I like about this series is they give context to characters. Like Aizawa, in this series, he isn't a teacher yet, just a pro hero. Or Midnight, who's shown that she's always been freaked out. They shown that she was the same way even when she was back in school. She was so freaked out that they made a law against her because of the way she dressed. Plus, there was one scene when she was undercover, and if you've seen it without context, you probably would have thought she was freaked out like always.
With bad ventilation, which means perfect conditions for me. All right, come on, boys. Breathe it in.
The R-rated hero, Midnight, quirk somnambulist. She emits a fragrance from her skin, and when it's inhaled, those affected will be put in a deep sleep. Its effects are more powerful on men than on women.
Another character who they gave context to is Stain the Hero Killer, who wasn't always a hero killer. He used to go after just villains, and since he wasn't a pro hero, he would kill the villains. Until he had a confrontation with Knuckle Duster and showed him what a real hero is. He then became the hero killer, and you know how the story goes from there. Now, personally, I like the story so far, and I think it's worth the watch. Plus, if you love My Hero Academia, this is just a cherry on top for you. If you made it this far, I'm assuming you like my content, so subscribe to me. But besides that, that's basically it.